Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about the early reactions to Eternals. Chloe Zhao directed it, the new MCU film, and the early reviews and reactions look incredible. And it's not a surprise. From the moment that they from the moment that they announced that Chloe Zhao would be directing Eternals, I knew it would be a hit because two things. One, she's an indie filmmaker. And so she's coming in from the perspective of making it about a story. And so with where Eternals wants to go in the future, they want to build a bigger world. They want to add a mythology to the world and make it have a past and a future moving forward. They need someone who's big on story and can deliver. And secondly, she brings in a fresh view on filmmaking. We're so used to seeing the blockbusters in Marvel, and we're getting these blockbuster directors to do them, and then it becomes kind of standard, and they're amazing films, but eventually you get sort of bored and you kind of work out the formula that they run by, whereas you bring in someone new, the lighting will be different because she comes from that indie background, she makes the most of natural lighting, the story elements will be different, the cutting will be different, the writing will be different, so much changes and it makes everything fresh and new, and that's all I've been hearing lately about this film. All the reactions, all the reviews have all been saying two things: that it's dense and that it's very mythological. That's a hard one to say, but that it's very dense as well, and that's good. That's where they want to go in the future because Marvel want to build this massive world. They want to build the MCU up to have a past thousands of years back and have a future thousands year forward, especially with now they have time travel and the whole multiverse. They need this world to be huge, yet still remain engaging and intellectually story-driven, I think. So once again, Chloe Zhao is the perfect director for this. So from what I can gather from this is that it's looking to change Marvel moving forward. So we knew Endgame was the end of that sort of run of Marvel, that era of Marvel, and now it's all about multiverse and this kind of global scale, even from what we saw with Loki, with Khan, and it's just so much, it's so much bigger. The world is so much bigger than we thought Marvel was, than what we thought the MCU was. But the world is just so much bigger now. And so what this film has come in to do is, one, add a fresh take and also look to expand this world further moving forward. And so if this can do exactly that, just those two things, have a fresh take on a story in Marvel, and second, expand the world for the better, and make the MCU different moving forward, then I'm happy. And that's what I've been hearing. Mythological, it's amazing story, and that it's incredibly dense, and I don't know how they packed it into 2.5 hours from all that I've heard about the film. How they're able to pack in all that stuff into 2.5 hours is incredible. So yeah, it's going to be dense, and I think me and many other people are probably going to want to go out and watch this film more than once because it just seems incredible, and I cannot wait for it to come out. And once again, I think if this film can just sort of add something new to Marvel, because I think people are starting to get a bit marveled out. They're seeing a lot of Marvel stuff come out, and it's very similar in the formula and in the cadence that it comes. Whereas if this can change the MCU moving forward forever, and we never see the same thing again, the MCU is different, I'm going to be so happy. And I know some people don't want to see it change too much, but just ask yourself, will you get bored of Marvel in the future if they continue to kind of do the same thing over and over? Where now when they bring in the multiverse, when they add a mythology behind it and almost like a whole historical religious aspect behind it. And so that's what I think Eternals is going to be. It's going to be about the history of this world. That the MCU and Marvel hasn't just been going since the mid-20th century in the 1900s. This is old stuff, thousands of years back, and that's where the Eternals date back to. And so I think it's just incredible if they're able to add this past to it, because what the past can do is make this world seem bigger, and it's always been bigger all along. Another thing I wanted to touch on as well, just quickly, is that the cast seems amazing. It's incredibly diverse, and I love seeing Marvel do that. I love seeing them cast people of all shapes, sizes, colors, religion, it is amazing, and that's what we need. We need more diversity on screen. So once again, I'm so blown away by these early reviews and these early reactions to the film. I cannot wait to go watch it in a week's time. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the early reactions that you've seen and what you're hoping to take away from Eternals. Once again, thank you for watching.